There's no protection, Mary, especially for you. You're on one piece. You would get a third. In technicality, you get a third of one of those pieces. And that's not fair, right?
No.
Because we paid for the land out of the family account.
We all paid for it equally.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay for Coyote Pass all equally. I paid for an entire lot all by myself, at least 92% of it.
Is easy to go to. Oh, did you have this plan ahead of time when we decided to do a legal divorce back in 2014?
Hey friends, it's Katie. It's a good day in the world when Kody and Robyn Brown are forced to give in and hand over the money to Janelle and Meri. It is a good day when Kody and Robyn are stopped in their attempt to steal and defraud Meri and Janelle out of their rightful equity of Coyote Pass and money that is due to them as they all chipped in and paid for property. Kody and Robyn had been dragging their feet for years. The property had been purchased in 2018 with Kody promising the women that they would all buy and sell, they would all build houses on this property and they could have their cul-de-sac like they had in Las Vegas. The problem was the property had all kinds of restrictions on it. They couldn't build single family homes that they lived on full time. There were all these different covenants that the previous seller had put on the property. And they had this loan for a while that they couldn't build until it was all paid off. By the time they paid off the lot in 2023, they were all separated. So they purchased almost 15 acres of property in Flagstaff. They didn't pay it off until after everyone split up. And then after it was paid off, Kody and Robyn dragged their feet for almost 2 years. 2 years. And refused to sell or divide the property and do it equally. And so it took Janelle and Meri to threaten legal action and to bring lawyers in to negotiate with Kody and Robyn. And I'm not sure if Kody and Robyn were represented in this, but what's clear to me is that this division only happened as a result of lawyers getting involved. Both Janelle and Meri hired attorneys. Janelle provided documents to an attorney, and their concern was that Kody and Robyn, under the law, the way that the property had been divided and the deeds were set up, had no legal obligation to make good on the division because they weren't family. They weren't married to Kody. They had no legal claim. But the one sticking point was that they used an account, a bank account, that was where all the family money went from the show. And so Janelle had been putting together all of these records for her attorney to show that the money for the lots had come from this account and every single person in the family contributed money to the account and the money came from the show. Kody had stated over and over and over again that he wasn't going to screw them, but then he also would say that he was going to screw them. And he would like mock Janelle about the amount of money she believed she deserved and that, you know, he didn't want to sell Coyote Pass. It was going to be for him and Robyn, and Robyn didn't want to let go of it. But I guess after 2 years of hanging on to it and not building, and Kody and Robyn then buying a $2 million home, it sounds like this legal threat worked for Meri and Janelle. So Coconino County records show that Kody and Robyn and Janelle and Meri have come to an agreement. I would say this would have had to been a forced agreement because I don't think Kody would have done this without lawyers involved. But Meri, who is literally getting screwed the most out of all of this, who has been the most vocal in how at this point Kody and Robyn treated her, she has now been added onto 2 more parcels. Kody has removed his name from one of the parcels and now Janelle and Meri own it. So one of the arguments that they were having for a while was that Janelle and Meri believed that they should get a third of the property because they viewed Kody and Robyn as like one entity and that they are a married couple. But this entire transaction is being treated like they were joint owners and they were each getting a 25% share. And because Kody and Robyn are married, they're going to have theirs be combined as community property for them separately. So this is how it all gets divided. One of the parcels, which was parcel F, this was a 2.4 acre lot that he and Janelle owned. That lot he took his name off of and he put it into the name of Janelle as an unmarried woman who gets 50%, and then Meri who gets a 50% undivided interest. And he took his name completely off. So that was recorded on the 27th of March. They came to an agreement on the 17th of January, 2025. So this happened at sort of the tail end of the first half of the season. I don't know if any of this will get filmed. I don't know if we'll see any of this at all. There were no new loans taken out. So basically, it's just a transfer of the title and it's being recorded as a sale, but the sale price is zero because there was no money that changed hands and because they don't really have the money yet until they sell it to an outside party that will actually pay for it, right? There's no new liens, nothing. So lot F was Kody's removed, Janelle remains, and Meri is added. Then there was lot J. Now this was a larger lot. This was the one that Kody and Robyn previously held with Christine, and Christine gave this and just deeded it to Kody and Robyn in 2022. And so they owned this. This was the 0.4 acre lot. And they've now added Meri and Janelle to this. So Kody and Robyn own this as community property, and it's an undivided 50% interest. Janelle gets an undivided 25% interest, and Meri gets an undivided 25% interest. There's no lien on this one as well. The sale again is $0 and it's basically just a transfer. And again, they came to an agreement on the 17th of January, but it, for whatever reason, only got recorded on the 27th of March. It's wild because it looks like parts of this it took months for this to be completed because the title, which they signed, Robyn and Kody, of the community property with rights of survivorship, they signed that on the 17th of January. But it looks like the agreement they came to was on September 5th of 2024. So they came to an agreement on Coyote Pass prior to Kody and Robyn selling their home. So it says you are hereby authorized as a courtesy to deliver for recording to the Coconino County Recorder's Office with these instructions to be attached. They acknowledge that Pioneer Title is acting in the capacity of messenger only, and they're not responsible for the correctness of the form, content, or execution. The title agency is released of any liability. The undersigned states that the real property affected by the document is not involved in an open escrow, title insurance, or other transaction pending with an office of Pioneer Title Agency or any other title company. There shall be no liability or responsibility for a payment of any consideration by Pioneer Title to any party as the service is performed as a courtesy only. So that was signed on September 5th, which was a few days after Kody and Robyn decided to list their house on Hash Knife Trail, the McMansion. And it was a few days before Christine filed her child support lawsuit against Kody. It's wild that it took 9 months to get this all set up and all situated. So the larger lot now has all 4 of them on it. And then finally, there was a separate lot that was lot H. And this was a lot that was jointly held by Kody, Janelle, and Meri. This was another large parcel, I think over 4 acres. And then Robyn was added to that parcel. So he was previously on this as Kody having stolen separate property. Robyn is added, and Robyn and Kody get 50%. Janelle gets 25%. Meri gets 25%. This one was dated on September 5th again. So the warranty deed was signed on September 5th, only now recorded on the 27th of March. Wow. And then the notary of here doesn't sign it. Meri didn't sign notary public of on the 15th of January. So it looks like some people were able to sign in September, others didn't sign until January. And then Kody and Robyn didn't sign their agreement with rights of survivorship until January. And a notary officially signed off on everything on the 26th of March. So this was something that took them from September until March to get completely sorted out and to get it to a point where they all were able to sign and all the details came to pass. It's wild that it took this long, though. I haven't seen this type of transaction take so long. And I don't know if this was done ahead of their sale of their home because Kody and Robyn technically owed Meri and Janelle money, right, for the down payment of their larger home. And Kody and Robyn were being led, Janelle and Meri were basically saying that Kody and Robyn owed them money, not only for Coyote Pass, but the sale of their home. So part of me now wonders if this was done in September. So if they forced the sale here, right? Or they forced the transfer here due to attorneys, were Kody and Robyn then almost in a way forced to sell their house at Hash Knife Trail, the McMansion, to also pay out the difference to Janelle and Meri because it all happened around the same time. So hear me on this. I know it's confusing, but if Kody and Robyn owed them money, not only for the house, but also for Coyote Pass, in September, they make the division complete. So every single person gets the 25%. Then they also put their house on the market. Likely, I don't know, maybe they don't have the money to pay them liquid. I'm not sure for the amount that they owed for the down payment. And then once the sale goes through, did Kody and Robyn pay back Meri and Janelle? We won't ever know about that. And then on top of that, at the same time, all of this is happening while everyone's getting their equal share. Then Christine files for child support. I don't know what kind of conversations were happening here. I don't know if Christine found out about all of this and was like, wait, like, you owe me money, or if these all were different conversations that were happening at the same time in unison. But Christine had to actually file a lawsuit against Kody, which that tells me that the situation with Christine and Kody was not easily resolved. It was not amicable, because if it were amicable, they wouldn't have had to go through the court, right? They could have just put in an order to have Kody pay the child support. He could have initially just agreed without any fight, and it would have been set up without an issue. But instead, Christine had to go through the court and then file the lawsuit for child support, paternity, and parenting time. Whereas Janelle and Meri and Kody and Robyn were able to do this outside of court, but still with attorneys involved. So no new liens on any of this. So with Coyote Pass now divided, right? And everyone's names are on it. And so each one of them getting 25%, it would be fair to say that it's more than likely that the listing of these parcels will go. Like if they're going to have it divided up completely right now, right? It would make sense that they would now put the parcels on the market, which as of right now, they are not listed. But the way that it's currently divided, it looks like it's being divided with the intention of getting ready to sell. So, and I told you a couple weeks ago that one of his neighbors is also trying to sell their parcel. And it sounds like with this decision, this is going to completely end that fight, right? So with the sale here and with the division, and once it sells, it hasn't been put on the market yet, but it will, I have no doubt. At that point, once the property sells, then they're done. Like they have no legal ties to Kody whatsoever, no legal ties to Robyn whatsoever. All they have are children in common. Janelle's children all being adults and Meri's child being an adult. So therefore, Janelle and Meri do not have to interact whatsoever with Kody and Robyn. They don't. Outside of if one of the kids gets married or if there's like some sort of gathering with one of the kids and inviting them all. But Most of Janelle's kids remain estranged from Cody, and Meri's child is also estranged from Cody. So this also tells me that the show could be ending soon. I don't know if the remaining part of season 19 is going to be the end, or if they're still filming, but this is a wild development and definitely not what I was expecting. And I'm proud of Janelle and Meri for standing up for themselves, for doing what they needed, and for holding Cody and Robyn accountable. Cody will not be able to walk away with 75% of the money now. It just will not happen. He gets 25% like everyone does. And Robyn gets 25%. I still think it's too much. I still think it should have been done 30, 30, 30, or 33, 33, 33. But Robyn will argue that she was an individual wife. And even though she had legal status, she still has her own entity outside of Cody. She has her own agency. And the way that this is set up now is that if Cody and Robyn don't stay together, then when they split, and they will eventually, it'll be divided in half because it's community property. So what are your thoughts about this? Are you shocked? Are you surprised? What do you think? Like, how do you think the Christine angle plays into all of this? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.